just had a good practice today with his
No, I
guys.
just had a good meal.
Oh.
That's what that was.
All right, then. So how would you rate your cornerbacks now compared to the meal?
Oh man, we're doing a good job. We're working. You know, that's always a great thing. Guys in there competing with each other, and they enjoy being around each other. That's the main thing that makes our group what it is. You know, the ability to go out there and compete, but also know that you're fighting for that person beside you. That's what we try to do daily.
How different is fall camp this year, not only for you, but having a veteran group back compared to last year?
Well, that's always good. You know, reps is, like I said last year, I probably said reps is our best friend, and we got a lot of those during the season. And I think our guys, you know, they understand what my expectation is. You know, they understand what I like to see and the effort that we look for in our group. You know, we play like what we talk about, and that's the most important thing.
You came out of spring with such a solid group established. Did you just feel like your guys picked up where they left off in spring?
Well, we go work. You know, one thing I talk to my guys about is nothing is etched in stone. You know, what you did last year was last year. You got to go out and improve yourself daily, weekly. You know, and that's the mindset I want my guys to have.
Are Tevez and Jamerson setting the kind of pace you want your veterans to do in camp?
You know, I got a lot of good leaders. You know, one thing about it is just not those two. You know, you got the younger guys that see those guys do it the right way, and they step up and lead also. But, you know, Tevez, Will, Cedric, you know, those guys do a great job of leading our group daily.
A lot of guys have talked about Will. What do you see his role this fall?
You know, one thing nowadays is, you know, you got to have 4 or 5 guys that can go out there and play. You know, it's not like I talk to my guys all the time that we got in the huddle, we held hands, and we said break. So nowadays, we probably haven't seen a huddle in 5 or 6 years. So, you know, those guys, those days are gone. You got to have 4 deep where you can roll them in. You know, it's hard to play 80, 90 snaps, which offenses are trying to get in every game. So for us, you got to have good depth and guys that when they go in, it's not a drop off, and we have that. We have a good situation here right now.
How do Jamerson and Tevez, they're different kinds of leaders. How do they complement each other? I know Tevez is more vocal, and Jamerson more.
Yeah, and that's the thing. You know, Jamerson is such a natural athlete that, you know, a drill that I want done, he can do it exactly like you say. Tevez is the vocal leader of the group where he plays with his emotions. The guys see it, you know, and that's how they complement each other. But both of them joke around. All of them, all of them are silly, which is good. But they work, and that's the most important thing.
You have to mention Will saying he had a really good offseason and obviously missed the first year and a half of his career, but now haven't actually played in some games. Do you see that from him? What kind of improvements is he making?
Oh man, you know, to see what he went through and still be mentally into the game is amazing. And he's such a physical talent. You know, he has good size, good speed, but he's still hungry. You know, he's only played in 6, 7 games, and you know he's been here for 2 years, but he's still right there. One of the guys that, if he's out there, I'm not worried. You know, and that's the thing about Will, that you know the questions he asks in meetings are impressive. He wants to be a complete corner, and that's a good thing about it.
Is he working more at pure corner right now, or when will you start working him in that nickel position?
Well, the rotation for us, we're so multiple that, you know, he has a good role in that nickel position. And, you know, one thing about it, for us is you can be out there on the field at any time. You know, everybody wants to be a starter, but, you know, the amount of snaps you get is the same amount as the guy beside you, so it really doesn't matter. It's all about making plays when you're out there.
Maybe not Will specifically, but what type of questions are you looking from your players to know that, you know, what's a good question compared to maybe like what are you looking for?
Oh, well, you know, just ins and out of what is this guy doing beside me? You know, what is his job so I can make my job easier and not having to go here? You know, the questions of, you know, 2 and 3 splits of what route are you thinking? You know, things like that I can talk about with my guys of recognizing when you line up what the offense is about to do. And those type of questions, when you line up and you can get a good pre-snap read of what they're about to do before it happens, it makes you a better player.
I think Fred Ross in the spring said that he was by far the toughest corner to block. Will, what makes him so tough to him when he was on that list?
He's physical. You know, he's a physical player. You know, he has no regard for his body at times, which is good and bad. But you know, he's that type of player. And, you know, he's just a good kid that wants to be a great player. You know, he's had some great guys before him to see with Slay and Banks, and you know, those guys lay the groundwork for, you know, what they can achieve while they're here at Mississippi State.
When speaking